Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How are you doing? Good?
Yep.
Could you please present yourself?
Yeah, I'm Lyle Dillie. I'm the director of The Winner's Room, short film that was shown yesterday during the horror and sci-fi night here at the Night at Misfits Film.
My name is Carr. I'm the writer and producer of The Winner's Room. It was screened last night. What a great fun film that was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us more about the film festival. About the film. Sorry. Yeah.
So it was originally conceived for John had actually brought it up before we did it that there was going to be a 30-day film challenge. Who did that film challenge again?
That was it was a 30-day horror film challenge, and I looked his name up today. So
Yeah.
and I just forgot.
But basically, we did it for a horror film
Jacob
challenge.
Owens.
Jacob Owens, thank you. Yeah, he did a horror film challenge. It was supposed to be kind of a pandemic, and he had some weird criteria, but we decided to embrace
were
the
they?
criteria. The criteria was it had to be less than 5 minutes, which isn't normal, but it had to include the word pandemic in it.
Okay. In
Which
the
was
title
interesting.
or in the script?
Just anywhere in the film, you
Okay.
had to make sure you incorporate the word pandemic. Some of the participants said it, some made it visual. We actually made it a visual cue for our particular film. But the really interesting thing is they said you had to film it in one area. You couldn't go to area to area to area to area. It had to be like all filmed in one location. Whether some had filmed it at a farm, some had filmed it in their hotel room or right out their apartment or right inside apartment. We had an office building, so we actually filmed everything inside the office building and made it look like that they were in a chamber.
Okay.
But it was all filmed on location. Everything about it was in the same thing. It's either one room where it looked like it was in a chamber or the other room where we're filming all of the
The host and hostess.
the host and hostess. Yeah.
With the cast that are the audience.
The audience.
So your artistic choices were based on like one location. Okay. So how did the idea come up to you?
One day I was just flipping through Facebook and I came across the Jacob Owens Film Challenge. So I'm like, Lyle, let's do this. We're not doing anything right. Well, we are doing a bunch of stuff at that time.
Always
Even
busy.
on a free day, let's do this. And
Yeah.
so I came up with a story in my head. I'm like, all right, let's make this kind of messed up. And I think we had a lot of fun with it. I think I wrote it in about like an hour and a half or
Okay.
so. And the way it was really interesting, the way we incorporated the word pandemic in the film. There are
How?
8 characters. and
Okay.
They're all named after Pandemic. So you have Patrick, Ashley, Nicole, and that was a
Yeah,
lot.
so
Cool.
when we listed the characters on the screen, if you paid attention, it actually spelled pandemic.
Cool. This is cool. And what about the production? Like, was it easy? Was it difficult? What were the difficulties producing this piece?
I thought it was going to be easier. It was a little more difficult than I thought. We filmed. I believe
He made
was
it more
2 days.
difficult? This is
Oh,
what
I
you're
make
saying?
everything more difficult.
He challenges me. I think we did it in 2 days.
Yeah, we did it in 2 days. The biggest challenge, actually, and this surprises people when I tell them that, is the huge cast that we had. We had decided that we needed in order to make it happen. Although it's the 5 people, the main characters, and then, of course, the 2 hosts and hostess.
Okay.
But we had,
I would say, about 20?
more than that.
Maybe.
But we had, about 30 just
Wow.
cycling through to be the audience. So you'll
Yeah.
see if you watch the film that there's individual, audience members and little boxes throughout the intro and throughout the beginning of the film. If you pay attention, they're all different.
Yeah.
They're all doing different things. They're all cheering in different ways, and you can hear them all. So it was very much on purpose, but that took a while to
Yeah,
do.
I can imagine.
And that took a while to edit as well.
Oh yeah, put all that together, lay them all out, and do all the 3D animation to make it look the way it did. But
Okay.
we were pretty proud of it.
Cool. So have you worked before together, or that was your first piece?
No.
We've been working together for, 4 years now? I think it's 4 years in
Cool.
October.
On short movies?
Shorts, and then we also have a feature film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming out in December.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll send us the link.
Yeah,
What-
we made a really cool, zany, very a comedy called
Okay.
Fornix, Arizona.
Can we talk about it?
Absolutely, we just
Okay,
did.
perfect.
Oh no, we could totally talk about it. It's no secret. We've
Okay.
already actually premiered it down in Sun Studios.
Okay.
About a month ago, so it's not a giant secret. The whole thing is that it's about a desperate porn star in
Ooh,
paradise.
this is amazing. Yeah.
I would say it's a raunchy 80s, 90s
Yeah.
style comedy. It's a story about friendship and
Yeah.
four friends, and it is raunchy. You know. It
Oh,
is-
yeah.
Yeah.
I did show it to my mom.
Yeah.
She got a kick out of it.
You know, whether it's on purpose or not on purpose, we had a lot of fun filming it. But what's interesting is that it's very raunchy. You know what's going on. It's none of the things. There's no nudity in the film. Very much on purpose. It is a very independent film with zero budget.
Yeah.
And because of that, we couldn't really expect everybody to just get nude and crazy and whatever with it.
Like, we get it.
so-
We're not paying you. We
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. So one of the ways that we went around it, and a lot of this was his idea, is we just included jokes
Yeah.
that made it funny.
Yeah.
And I really liked the way that it had turned out at the end of the day. That even though that there was no nudity, we were able to get across the impression that everybody was, you know,
Like there was a reason why they had their clothes on.
yeah,
Okay.
You're gonna have to watch the film.
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
to be able to do all that kind of stuff,
And how
we're
much
really
time
proud.
did it take you to
2
like
years.
pre-production? Oh my God. Okay.
2 years, but there was some big gaps.
Yeah. There was some big gaps, but a lot of the reasons that it was is that just like a ton of independent film productions, we were plagued with post-production issues. That's really what it come down to. After we had filmed it, we actually did a screening for it maybe a couple months after we had finished,
Okay.
and it didn't turn out very well.
Oh, why?
It was a nightmare.
Okay.
And 90% of it, sound.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
anybody who would tell you doing a film, sound is the biggest issue.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and so when we were
talking
doing
about
the sound,
that. Yeah, exactly.
I know, right? So when we were doing the sound, what's funny is that I, as the main editor, I actually edited the film, and as a director, I wouldn't necessarily let it go. Some people wanted to, you know, go, look, just wipe your hands of it. Just don't worry about it anymore. It's not like you spent a ton of money on it. But I wouldn't let it go. I thought that the film was well done. It was acted competently. It was well written. We produced it, you know, and we, you know, it was very independent to the point where really not everybody's really getting paid. So I wanted to respect everybody's time.
Yeah.
And one of the best ways to respect everybody's time is to put it out anyway. But I didn't want it to sound the way it did. We had actually hired some people to fix some scenes, and we weren't satisfied with what they did.
Wow.
We weren't satisfied. We were like, this still sounds terrible. What do we do? What do we do?
Yeah.
So I spent over 6 months teaching how to do it myself.
Wow. And then the filmmaker.
And then once we were done, we went, you know, it's not perfect, but you can hear everybody. You
Yeah.
can understand what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just put it out. The best thing about the film is, and this is a lot of credit goes to John for this, that I think we have one of the best soundtracks for independent film in Arizona. Fornix, Arizona uses one of the big bands we use is called Highest Conspiracy, and they kind of have this pop rock reggae sound, which made it so fresh and inviting and fun throughout the entire film. They're not the only bands who were part of it. What was the other two?
Elvis Before Noon, Tide, and then Tide and Jose.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
So we have this amazing soundtrack, and we were able to incorporate all the way through from beginning to end.
And I wanted to focus on local Arizona bands because it is an Arizona film. The title is Fornix, Arizona, which is a play on words between Warren and Phoenix. And we used a lot of local businesses and a lot of great fun locations.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, well, this is what I was saying to our friend here. I was like, I hate sound. Yeah, there's something, like it's and you've tackled an interesting subject. It's ethics, like ethics in filmmaking, and most of the people, like, they do their short or feature, and then they're like, and we work for, like, we volunteer most of the time. We ask people to volunteer, and most of the times I was like, where's the movie? Are you done with the movie? They're like, no, and it's really like kind of unrespectful to do something, like, because these people, like, they took time off from their jobs. It's energy. People are helping you. So these people are expecting something from us as indie filmmakers. So it's really important to have ethics.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I remember a small story. I won't name any names, but there was one film where we did it where we were just trying to get a promo out of it. And the writer and the co-producer of that particular film had decided that he wanted to shoot it in Flagstaff in the middle of winter. So we wanted to have snow and everything else. And we were actually excited about it. This is going to turn out great. So we went out there. Now, it wasn't what he expected. It wasn't what he wanted and everything else. He didn't feel like he was in control and everything else. So we actually had an argument later. He's like, well, that's not what I wanted. That wasn't my vision. He said, we just need to throw it out. And I sat there and I said, do you realize that over $6,000+ were spent on this weekend? He's like, well, I didn't spend that much money. I'm like, I didn't say that. We had 30 actors out here. We had the crew. Yeah. We had the people doing the sound. We had the people doing the makeup, the special effects that we had out there. All the hotel rooms, the things, the drive up there. If you start adding it up and adding out all the hotel rooms and all the other things and the food and all the special effects, it's funny when some people are like going, oh, well, we didn't spend any money. Oh, you didn't spend any money. And that's what I'm talking about, respect of the people who are coming out there, because even though you might think that, well, I didn't spend any money, it's no good for me. And I'm going, you're not factoring into account of all the sacrifice everybody else who came out there.
Yeah, and typically you would want these people to work with you again. Yeah. This is super important. That like someone would call me. I was like, no, I cannot. Like, even though. Yeah. Cool. Well, it was nice chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. And then do not forget to send me the link.
Oh, yeah, we'll absolutely send you a link.
Cool. Thank you a lot, and see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.